Hello everybody and welcome for a new Starbound episode. Today we're just going to build some houses and go for some asteroid mining. In this episode you won't see a lot of things, but you will learn some interesting things to know in your survival series. So as you can see, I'm making some strings and woven fabrics and others, and I will just make a little farm over here right next to the way, because we need a little farm to have some food and some rewards, because having a farm permits you to sell some plants and just get money. So to make a farm, it's simple. You just need to craft a hoe in the farmer's station to make or you can make just this type of thing to put water on it, or you can wait until it rains, but it's way longer. So I just put water on it, and when it's right and good, you can put your plants, and after you have to make some decorations. So here's my crops, and as you can see, I don't have a lot of things, and I'm just boiling rice to eat, because yes, you can plant rice, but it's just a one-time plant. The crops, when you destroy it, they just don't regrow. And there's some type of plants that are like cotton, tomatoes, or other. When you plant them, they grow, and when you harvest them, the plant left, and you can just harvest new tomatoes with that. I'm just putting some lights, and like that in the night we can see what's in the city. And after I'll make a second house. I don't remember if I just decorate the farm or make the house first. And I'm just fighting with myself's weapons to protect the city, but after you can have some people that's called guard inside. So yes, it's just a little bit of terraforming like in a lot of other games. So as you can see, the plants grows pretty fast, and why I'm just going inside the house of the man, it's because sometimes they give you rewards because they live in your house, like money or other things. And so yes, I just quit the game and don't cut this part, it's funny. Um, so my crops doesn't produce anymore right now, but they will after. And I just need to place some torches and a new way to the next house. So yes, I could just say nothing on that because there's almost nothing to say. And yes, there's raining, so I don't have to water my plants. It will be made automatically. And I don't remember. No, I just destroyed the water hole, so I don't have water in it. And yes, my first mission. So sometimes villagers give you missions, and this one told me to save his friend. So I just went. You have the located direction by your computer on the top corner right, and I'm just going through it. So I found it and destroy the monster on their own, and I just have to ensure myself that it's going right with me and don't be killed. So yes, I just step, and right now I have a reward because I made it, and I have a reward because it was passed a long time in my house. You can see a present on the board when it's time to get your reward. So it's time to make another house. Actually, the people that I saved won't get a new house, it will live with the other. So as you can see, there are two in the same house. So same routine, I have to make some furniture, blocks and other to make the cave little bit beautiful. I don't have a lot of stones, but I'll craft them. So this will be a cave style house, because it's in a cave I just saw, so it will be a good idea. So let's make the basic shape of it. It's a little bit little, but I think it will be enough for just a man. So just fill the caverns to not make this like it's floating, destroying the walls to replace them by beautiful walls, because I could place someone in that box but it wouldn't be beautiful and I want it to be beautiful. So yes, your citizens will just move away in the city and other, and I'm just putting some wood to make like it's supporting the ceiling, but it's not. And just I made it, but I just made windows in that because it needs to be lighting. And yes, basic windows, basic shape, wooden door because I couldn't afford buying a new door. And now we just left the decorations in it, like I just really like copper bookshelves or copper shelves. I guess it's just you can put some things on it and other it's funny. So let's just now I can place that anymore. It's not beautiful, but I can just place a crate and the house is pretty down. So I make bars with the ores that I get in the last missions. So like this I can just sell them. And if you don't know, you can sell bars and ores, it will be the same price for example, if the bar is for 20 pixels and it costs 2 minerals, the minerals will be sold 2 pixels, 10 pixels. Like that, it's the same price for the same amount of minerals. So you don't have to make like me and just craft bars, wasting your time. So here it's shaking because I'm just taking off the back. And yes, I just died. I didn't remember why. I think I was starving to death, so I don't ate too much and just died. So when you die, you lost money and your stuff. You can just keep it all back, but you lost it at the moment. I'm just making a little incorporation in the terrain by breaking blocks and replacing them by the house block. It makes more realistic and beautiful, like a cave. And now I just need to buy some I don't remember what's the name of it, but buy something and place it to make it like in a house. So it's not a game like Terraria or Minecraft where you can just exploit villagers. Here you just have to take care of them and pay attention they will and die. It's a new mechanical that I really love. Here I'm decorating a little bit. I didn't know what's it. It's too little to be a farm, but I'm just decorating it. And if you don't know, villagers are opening my barriers, and yes, like that, just letting it always open. It's a little bit annoying. So I'm placing my things into my ship and getting back to the outpost because I need to craft something that I couldn't afford to craft on the campfire, and I need to buy some colony deed. Yes, I refined the name, it's the thing to place people onto your house. So it's here, you can buy it on the roof of the outpost by this little frog, and now I can just make it like a new house. So I just bought a plant and I have now 3 citizens in 2 houses. So it's a good ratio. And they told me to locate a camp just to kill a monster sometimes. Yes, I was dying. Sometimes they told you to get their friend and sometimes to kill monsters. Actually, I'm trying to capture this monster because I have capture pods, it's like Pokemon, and I have a monster to fight with me, but it's not very efficient. I don't remember if I died twice, but here I get my loot and died again. And yes, I lost 30% of my pixels. It's a lot of money, but I don't have a lot of. In the endgame, you can transfer pixels into like items. I died. No, I could just I just get my stuff and get back to put the valuable resources and get without stuff, because there's a type of stuff you couldn't lose. So like weapons and other, it's good to not just die twice, 10 and others. So I didn't remember what I was telling about. That yes, you can. Yes, in the end game you can just transfer pixels into items like that. You can store them instead of just losing them. I'm trying another way to kill the monster, like with Molotov cocktail. It just worked perfectly well. It just spreads fire everywhere. And just with throwing weapons, I have pistols, but they aren't so efficiency. So finish him. So when you take care, it's pretty easy to get rid of monsters, but when you don't take care, it doesn't work. I couldn't read the secrets note because it's why I should kill the boss. It's for my citizens, so I don't have to read it. And I have a reward more the price of the house again. So I just have to waterlog my crops and get the rewards. And I think it's now we just get some asteroid mining. So yes, just uninteresting things. And yes, asteroid mining. As you can see, I made a right click on the asteroid belt and just get inside of it. So just a little bit of sorting items, and it's time to go. I think it will be time to go. Yes, I just have to make an anvil because I never made an anvil before. I don't have materials for, and it's pretty useful. So to make weapons and other, I never made weapons. Um, Again, later in the game because I'm just playing that mm, a lot of episodes before because I have an advance on the game, and I just never made weapons. I just get better weapons by citizens or others, so it's just useful for and it's not useful for armors anymore because I don't have now armors, but later I will buy them. So it's just useful for something called ESC or ECE. I don't remember. It's something to just go in space without the mech, and you can just survive into space with that. We'll see it in the later episodes. So here I'm just around a bad guy plane ship because there's a lot of monster. As you can see, three types. One, it's meteorites that goes straight onto you. Second is turtles that will shoot you, and third, it's bombs that will just explode when you pass. So it's a little bit lost. There's no one in that. It's strange, and they're just storage with some parts. Nothing really interesting because I don't use that right now. And I'm always in the same galaxy because when you do space travel, you use fuel only when you go to another galaxy. When you stay in the same, it do not cost anything. And as you can see, gold in that meteorites, it's pretty lucky. But hashtag destroy meteorites in the link down below it. It will be cool. In the comments because you can't access to the link. And just you can unzoom a little bit to see more things. So I don't do that a lot of time, but when you're searching for little meteorites, it is pretty useful. But I just much prefer the look of the game that it's unzoomed. It's normal. So not a few minerals, just a little bit. It's right over here. Copper and silver meteorites. It's always good, so you have to mind them. It's better than buying it because you make money when you sell it, and as you can see, there's a lot of those minerals. I really hope I won't miss this time. It's the third time I made my outro because I just too short on time. So if you really enjoyed the content, you can like, subscribe, share to your friends, make anything you want, and you can post a little comment with some tips and what you thought of the video. I really hope you enjoyed. I am happy you watched till the end, and see you next time, and have a nice day. Goodbye.